Thank you, everybody. Now I don't know what to say. We're going to start there. I've been in the business for 4.5 years now, a little bit more. I had looked at this business a long time ago through Lisa Walsh. I had come home from being in, and I've worked in international sales in the advertising for a couple of years, spent about 4.5 years living out of a suitcase. So for any parents in the room, I highly recommend you send them around the world. Best form of education you can get. But when I came home, then I went into the medical repping in the pharmaceutical industry. This is before I had kids and married and all the rest. And I had met Lisa at the time, but we kept in contact with each other maybe once or twice a year. And then when I was ready to start the business 4.5 years ago, I called Lisa and said, right, I'm ready. And you know what? It's the best decision I've ever made. I'm sorry I didn't do this 10 years ago. I could be living out in the Caribbean now for the royalty income. There's so many things that I love about Forever Living. It's just how ethical the company are and how much support you get. You know, I have spent many years working for other companies where I have built up massive businesses for other people. And sometimes just to be let go, face redundancy. When I actually started with Forever, I worked alongside medical repping for 6 months, and I was called in one particular day and said, your job is gone, but we will re-interview you with somebody else, see how you get on. So that was a day I just thought, wonderful, yeah. I had met the guy that I was being re-interviewed with on that particular day, and I just said to myself, he's about 20-something, he's not married, here I am. And I suppose I knew that he probably would get the job. So he actually called me 2 days after to say, thanks a million, Lorraine, you've all the work done for me. You have the territory developed. Thanks a million. So the reason I share all this with you is in this business, you can build a business for yourself and you can take it as far as you want. You can go, the flexibility is what I love as well. You know, life has got in the way for me over the last couple of years. But I knew that when I made the decision to really go for it, I would. So this was the year, 2013. 13, unlucky for some. It was lucky for me this year because, well, there was a little bit of luck involved, but I have so many people to thank. I have a phenomenal downline, sideline, crossline, whatever line. They're all fantastic people. My husband couldn't be here today, and he had lost 11 pounds. Just to be here to share that with you. He'll be back in January, but our little fella was sick, unfortunately, so he couldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to do this business without James, because he is my moral support as well. He does a lot of babysitting. I think he can't wait for January to tell you how much babysitting he's done over the last few years. But without him, I wouldn't be able to do it. As I said, a phenomenal team as well. We have a fantastic team now built in Kilkenny. I can't just say Kilkenny anymore because it's gone from Kilkenny to Carlow, Tipperary, Waterford, yeah? It's all there and it's growing. Lisa Walsh and Ian have been phenomenal to me. They are just amazing. And I think Lisa as a person and Ian, they stand for so much that Forever, I suppose, leads with. When you see the vision, integrity, purpose and courage, they have it all. They really, really do. I suppose at least they've had their own, who hasn't had personal challenges, but they have inspired me big time because I grew up in a family business that got very, very big. My father employed over 150 people. He spent 50 years of his life working, and 3 years ago it's gone, and he's left with absolutely nothing. So when we talk about goals driving you to do this business every day, especially the times when it can be difficult, that's one of the reasons that I really just went for everything this year, and I decided, right, I not only am going for chairman's bonus as well, I need it. So thankfully I've done that as well. So the reason I share this with you all is that it's not to impress and say, what a good girl am I. That's just not what I'm about. I'll steal your line there, actually, Bernie. It's not to impress you, but it really is to impress upon people. Everyone can do this business because the support you get and the friendships, even to hear all the managers talking there, all the friendships they have, that's what you need. You need to be building long-lasting relationships with your business partners and with your clients, because that's what will give you longevity in the business. So a big thank you to all my downline, and the whole lot of them, everyone in the team. huge thank you to Lisa and Ian, as I said, because we've become amazing friends out of this as well. To Bob, thank you so much for your trainings. I love the way you treat people the same. It doesn't matter if you're an assistant supervisor or, phenomenal. And we want you back in Kilkenny as well next year, because the trainings are phenomenal from Bob. To all the head office team, I was unbelievable when I worked for other companies in terms of never having my expenses in on time, all this type of thing, and I just think only for them and what they do, they're just phenomenal, absolutely. And I'll just finish by saying as well to the leaders that have started the business, that are with us now for so many years in this country, from Pauline and Paddy and Marion and Eddie, Bernie, all those people that had no Facebook or anything like that when they started. They just really, I believe, used their personal skills, and that's what you need as well. You need personal skills to build relationships with others. So I think I've enough said. Thank you very much. Thank you.